Michael Dunn has been convicted of first-degree murder, and this is a conviction that the jurors agreed on in his retrial. Now, Michael Dunn is the man who shot and killed a 17-year-old by the name of Jordan Davis over loud music in Jacksonville, Florida. Apparently, Jordan Davis was in the vehicle with 3 of his friends when Michael Dunn pulled up and told him to turn the music down. Jordan Davis refused to do so, and that led to Michael Dunn grabbing a pistol from the glove compartment of his vehicle and shooting 10 times into the car. Of course, Jordan Davis died as a result of that. Now, in the previous trial, he was convicted, but he was not convicted of first-degree murder because the jury could not agree on that particular conviction. Now, Dunn was found guilty of 3 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of shooting or throwing a deadly missile during his previous trial, but the jury was deadlocked on the murder charge. Now, prosecutors argued that Michael Dunn shot with intent to kill when he fired 10 times into an SUV carrying 17-year-old Jordan Davis and 3 of his friends in November of 2012. So again, in the retrial, he has been convicted of first-degree murder.
So obviously we think this is super logical. The first time around, they got him on a number of charges and he was going to spend a long time in jail anyway, but now real justice is done because he's been convicted of the murder of Jordan Davis. There was no gun in the car. He said, "Oh, I thought there was a gun," but there was a lot of witnesses who thought that he was just angry and that they didn't turn down the music and that he fired at them as they were withdrawing, by the way, in the car as well. So it appears that justice is done. Now we have a conviction from a jury of murder, first-degree murder. So all the people who had been defending him and saying just wait for justice to play out, well, it just played out. So there you have it.
And it's really important that this is an appropriate conviction, right? Because this is taking place in Florida, and the defense that was used by Michael Dunn was stand your ground. And obviously stand your ground has a number of issues. And so to see a conviction for a man who used this type of defense against an unarmed teenager feels really good. You know, you feel like justice is finally served. Yeah. Because I feel like with the George Zimmerman case, a precedent was set where a man used lethal force against a teenager who was completely unarmed, and he got away with it, right? And that sends a really terrible message to people who live in Florida.
Yeah.
But this kind of reverses it a little bit.
So we have come to such a sad point in the country that we have to explain to people, and we have to be concerned about a precedent, that you're not allowed to shoot people who have threatened you with loud music, right? And that we're celebrating like, oh my God, we finally convicted someone who shot an unarmed person. Finally. Isn't that incredibly sad?
It is incredibly sad.
Right, but at least they got him, and he's going to serve it appears, the rest of his life in prison. So, justice.